All right. Good morning and welcome to the Donut Shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather Forderbergen, broadcasting to you live from the kitchen because it's raining outside right now. I could have done it out in the front porch, but it's also dark. So until we get the whole sunlight and daylight savings time and all that stuff settled down again, probably broadcasting from the kitchen where I have toast with homemade Chickasaw jam. Hey, good morning, Denver Carpenter. Check it out. Yeah, big shout to the Carpenter family for sending me the jam. It's pretty awesome. Hey, good morning, Alan. Good morning, Kathleen. Good morning, Roxana. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Darlene. Hey, Todd. Man, good to see you, brother. Todd and I go way back. Not as way back as some of the people, but, back to middle school. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Kimberly. I haven't been outside because I went and looked and saw the rain falling from the sky and decided, I'll tell you, if you can't start the day with donuts, toast with butter, and Chickasaw jam instead, may even be better. Hey, Donna. Hey, Bonnie. Yeah, it's Monday. It was a good weekend. So I'm recharged. I'm in a good mood. I got jelly. It was like the last weekend I wasn't teaching forever. I mean, I'm teaching a lot, not like I was no longer teaching ever again. I mean, moving forward, I got a bunch of weekends coming up. So like this weekend, this Saturday out at Cato Mounds and then up in Austin and all over the place. Oh, Denver, the 4 kids can burn a whole jar if we don't watch. I can believe that because this stuff is really good. Oh, hey, Wayne, it's raining up there in central Louisiana. Oops, it was a good weekend. with my Kelly, with my jelly. Hey, good morning, Cherry. And of course, good morning, S. So, okay, I'm only going to limit myself to 1 piece of toast, so you don't have to suffer through all this. I will say, though, it's hard to limit myself to 1 piece of toast with this jelly. And so not only did they send the Chickasaw plum, but they also sent a prickly pear habanero jelly. It's good. Hey, good morning, Melanie. Good morning, Bonnie. I'm thinking that the heat, I want to put it on something. I'm trying to think the prickly pear habanero jelly, like a glaze of some sort on a ham. Yesterday, most of the day, I cooked another pork shoulder from the pig I hunted out on Tina's property. I'm running out of pigs, so I need to get out there again soon, or somewhere. Is Mike here this morning? But yeah, slow roasted it for like 6 hours with hickory smoke. Hickory smoked wood pellets and smoky and down to the bone. It was good. Hey, there's Mike. Hey, Mike. I was just mentioning how I ate my last pig shoulder last night. The family helped, but yeah, it was devoured. Slow roasting is the way to go. But I'm thinking the next one, when I get another pig, I'll have to coat one of the shoulders in the prickly pear habanero jelly. That's what I'm thinking, Denver. It could be an awesome glaze. Hey, good morning, Surrender. I was thinking about you, Surrender. So yesterday for supper, we had a pork shoulder. So it had, the big long pork bone in there. And I was thinking, man, I bet Surrender's dogs would like this, but they don't get it. Shipping like bones through the mail is frowned upon. At least when there's still meat and stuff clinging to them. Yes, Tina. Whoops. I am licking my fingers. Is there anything wrong with that? I don't on my computer it gets sticky. Donna. Yep. Peanut butter toast with honey. That's another good one. Good morning, Terry. Good morning, Chris. All right, let me know what you see, Mike. I was talking to a guy about getting a boar spear made, but ended up for the quality of his work, I don't I don't have the money for that. So, ooh. Where was it? There it is, Nathan. Habanero sounds good with cream cheese on thick cut bacon on toast. Now that sounds Oh yeah, bacon and cream cheese and this on toast. Oh yeah. Whoops! I saw an anniversary. Hey Bonnie, my husband and I celebrate our 28th wedding anniversary on Saturday. Congratulations! That's awesome. That is not easy to do. Mrs. Weather and I are only at 22. 28 is awesome. Kids. Oops. Hey, good morning, Constance. Good morning, Lily. Darlene, can one use spineless prickly pears like the spine kind? Yes, it's so much easier to use the spineless. That's what I grow in my backyard. Because, the spines on the spine, spine kind suck. So definitely the spineless. So any cactus fruit is edible. Not all of them taste good, but all the members of the prickly pear family, and there's a whole bunch in that genus, actually. I forget how many, but they're all edible and they're all tasty. Oh, so funny story. I'll give you the long version because we got time. Dr. Nicole Appelian, the lady from Alone and the one that did the Wazoo foraging bandana with, she is working on a wild foods cookbook, and I'm contributing several recipes. One of them is a prickly pear casserole, which is kind of a green bean casserole, but made with prickly pear pads replacing the beans. And then the cream of mushroom soup is made from scratch. And so I use a roe, where you brown the flour in, normally like oil or butter. I was using pig fat. So, brown make the roe, a fat and flour, brown it, and then add chicken stock and all this stuff to it, and away you go. So I'm making my roe, except I'm using pig fat, rendered pig fat, pig fat, and it's getting a little weird. It doesn't seem to be doing quite what I would want. I had a cup of pig fat and a cup of flour, and it was browning, but it also was turning crumbly. And I'm still stirring, because you got to constantly be stirring your roe. Nice figure eight, stirring. And then suddenly it all just turned into a, all the flour condensed out into like a goo underneath the oil. And I thought, well, this is unusual. So I decided, well, let's just keep going anyway, because maybe something weird happened. So I decided, I'll pour off some of the oil and start pouring in I let it cool some, because you got to let the roe cool some before you have the next fluid. Let it cool for a bit, and I noticed the flour now was like taffy. It just very sticky goo. And so I started adding in the chicken broth, and the flour set up like porcelain or a chunk of plastic glass. And I go, okay, what's going on here? And so I pry some off and taste it, and it's very sweet. I went, what the heck? Did I break the starch down into sugar? And then from the living room, a voice pipes up, hey, Dad, I put powdered flour or powdered sugar in the flour container because I was out of flour and I needed the powdered sugar. So don't use the flour. It's powdered sugar. Okay. Excellent timing there, kid. Thank you. So luckily I had poured off the oil. There was still, some of the sugar in there. So I started over with the oil, this time with real flour instead of powdered sugar, and made the roe and made the soup, and everything turned out okay. But it was very, very sweet. But it was good. But yeah, apparently I have to ask what's in each container before using, because even though it's supposed to be one thing, it may sometimes be another. But it was pretty funny. Oh yeah. Same the guy that catches minnows and throws them in his cup of soup and stuff like that. So I can believe this. Tina says, roe fish babies, and roe the sauce, most excellent Cajun white sauce ever invented. I bet that would be really good. Okay. Jason is asking about Dr. Nicola Pellion. Is her Old Remedies book any good? Yes. The information is really good. All the plant, and she, like me, she goes into the science and the chemistry of why they're working. So yay that. My one complaint, and it's more because I've been married to a technical writer for 22 years, is the font that she used. And I don't think she even had control over that. I think that's because there's this whole Lost Book series, and they go for this really old-timey looking font. And with these 52-year-old eyes, even with reading glasses, sometimes it's like, so the information is great. The font, actually, the information is awesome. Totally awesome. Like I said, the one complaint is the actual font sometimes can be a bit tricky to read. It's like this old-timey cursive-y type thing. Good, Roxana. I have it 10 years. It is well established. Cool. Darlene, so your prickly pear of mine bloomed, but didn't make the tunas, didn't make the fruit. I wonder, so was there any sign of fruit whatsoever? Because if not, it might be a lack of pollinators. Excuse me. Jam burp. Did you ever see any bees or butterflies or anything like that around them? Oh. Listen, I went to Bulgaria on a mission trip, and my first morning I made my coffee staying at a lady's house. I got in the cabinet and grabbed a package of looked like sugar. It was salt. So, all right, you want to, here's a coffee trick. If you get some really bad coffee, some really bitter coffee, like you're out somewhere, you're out at camp and your partner has made some really bad coffee, add some salt to it. The the whole tongue, taste bud type things, the bitter, while it's a strong response, it's actually easily overwhelmed by just about any other flavor sensation. So sweet, sour, all that, but also salty. So if you don't have access to sugar to make your coffee less bitter, or you are avoiding sugar for some reason, then adding some salt to it actually helps cut down on the bitterness. Yeah. So Tina's opinion is, oh my God, the font is illegible. I'm sorry, because it really is a wonderful book. Okay. Rue is pronounced Rue, not Row. Okay, cool. I will work on that. Hey, good morning, Curtis. Well, Curtis, I got to tell you, whenever you show up, I think of my parents' friend Curtis. So, like I said, the whole donut shop thing. My parents have donut shops they hang out at with all over the nation, and they'd hang out at one at Old Town Spring here. And one of their friends there was Curtis, and he had just the most jet black hair, even though he was like in his 80s. He was a cool person. He passed away recently. Sorry, Curtis. All right. Here we go, Kathleen. I used to sprinkle salt in the coffee at work because it made it more pleasant to chew. Nurse coffee. There's nothing quite like it. Thank God. I actually worked my way through college, undergrad, as the night security for the local clinic. And so I was a nurse, well, not a nurse bouncer. I was a clinic bouncer, which was exciting. And yeah, the night shift nurses would make this coffee that to this day, I think I still have bits of it stuck in my teeth. Hey, good morning, Wade. Yeah. Melanie says, it's hard to tell how much salt to put in it, though. Too much and it's brine. Sprinkle, taste, sprinkle, taste. All right, so roe. Yeah, don't make roe with powdered. No, don't make roux. Sorry. Don't make roux with powdered sugar. But I had in the pan before putting in the flour, I had sauteed the onions and mushrooms. And so the resultant taffy that I created had this interesting mushroom onion taste. It was different. I don't think I could sell it, but it was one of those taste experiences that now I know. See, there we go. Cop coffee is just as bad or worse. Accountant coffee is way chewy too. I gotta tell you, chemists can make coffee. I've really had very little bad coffee in my chemistry days. Wade, car dealership service waiting areas has the best coffee. I gotta say, before they took it all out because of the COVID stuff, what was it, Fred Haas Toyota on 45 northbound? Not only did they have coffee, but they also had the soda machine, so unlimited soda. Oh, you mean you got to do each cup individually there, Melanie. So yeah, you don't put it in the coffee maker. Hey, Dad's here. Good morning, Dad. Hi, Dad. Good morning, Mom. Are you up too? Hope you're eating well. How you doing? I know this is week 2, so. Yep, you're shrink wrapping your waterfall. You have a vacuum sealer, right, Dad? Hey, Dad, is it possible to make a duck sausage? I thought, did you make like a goose sausage once? Or is that just the goose jerky? Denver, yeah. Engineers can't make coffee. It's either colored water or gasket sealer. Yeah. Yeah, I remember like the physics building and the engineering building. They had some really interesting contraptions to make coffee, but I think the joy was in building the coffee maker rather than the coffee itself. Okay, any idea why a spineless prickly pear would not flower? Growing great, nope, so not even flowering. How old is it? Oh, if it's more than like 3 years old, it should be flowering. The only thing, maybe, do you notice even if there are any little pre-buds, is it just pads? Because otherwise, I don't have a clue why it may not even be producing the flowers. Well, wait. One possibility, and I don't know if this is even possible. This is what we call a swag, a scientific wild-ass guess. But I wonder if it could be some sort of hybrid prickly pear that is sterile, like a mule, basically. So you've never seen any even pre-flower buds or anything? Let me know on that. Okay. How would you spike yaupon to get the most coffee flavor? What root? Want a coffee alternative that's caffeinated. So one of the things you can do is after you've dried the leaves, you can then roast them. So lay them out on a cookie sheet, throw them in the oven 400 degrees for a few minutes, and play around with the dark roast that way. Another thing you can do is add one of the more bitter roots, like a dandelion root actually the dandelion root is pretty good. More like a chicory root. Add a little chicory. I'm just trying to think here. Maybe some, any of the dandelion leaves, sow thistle leaves, dried. So dandelion, sow thistle, chicory, Texas dandelion leaves, Japanese hawkweed. It's in the same family as dandelion, but its leaves are pretty mellow. Actually, right now, get some acorns and roast them. Don't leach out the tannic acid. Roast the acorns and mix a few of those in with the yaupon holly tea also, and that will add a complex bitterness to it too. So really any of the bittering things because the yaupon holly lacks the tannic acid that is found in coffee, so it lacks the bitterness for that reason. So if you want to add that back in, you need something that has something bitter. So like the dandelion family greens or something else high in tannic acid, like the acorn, the acorns, or even really some of the oak tree bark. But I would, in either case, roast the acorns or roast the oak tree bark to get that. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Dad. People want you back on the show, so just letting you know. And let's see. Mama's feeling good. That's good to hear. Are you cooking up breakfast for her? I hope you're cooking up breakfast for her. All right. So just the pads. That's weird. Don't know. Nicole, the coffee I made at hair school was so intense that I could remove accidental hair color with it. Interesting. Oh, there's a good. Jennifer, will wild pigs eat prickly pear fruit? Heck yeah. Yes, they will. If you want to see how voracious wild pigs are, or pigs are in general, these were actually tame pigs. A buddy sent me a video. Someone had a GoPro camera attached to their plane outside, and they were like videoing, and for some reason it broke off, and so you get video of it tumbling down, and then finally it plop. I don't know if it's a GoPro. I think it's a GoPro. I actually want to know what brand camera this is, because it survives falling thousands of feet down into this mud, sploot, and then a pig comes up and starts gnawing on it and trying to eat it. Yeah, so the pigs, they'll eat that. They'll bang against the persimmon tree, get the persimmons to drop and eat the persimmons, or the ones that are just falling naturally. My favorite quote recently is, "You can take the goblin out of the trash, but you can't take the trash out of the goblin." That's kind of racist. I'm sure there are goblins out there that are non-trashy. Okay, so a number of people are bringing up the spineless isn't blooming. The spine, I wonder if that could be a hybrid then. I have to look into this, because I've had spineless that have bloomed, but there could be different varieties. But that's the thing with that particular family, prickly pear. There's a bunch of them. So, it could be a natural spineless version, or it could be some sort of bred one. Ooh, Darlene, this is a good idea. I think not enough sun can have an effect too. Yeah, if you get them in the shade, they're not going to reproduce as quickly. So full sun. Definitely. Spineless, no blooming, no good, dirty cacti. Need to get you more coffee there. Okay, Darlene, I've had them mostly sun and less sun. I think Mark has an idea with the hybrid idea. Had these for 30 years in different spots, and they've never bloomed in any of that. That really makes me think it's some sort of hybrid then. Oh, yeah. Yeah, pigs will do a number on the deer feeders. That's where you need like the huge pipe for the legs. Yeah, so it works best. So Jason is asking, have you made jerky out of prickly pear cactus? It works best getting the younger pads. So when pads first start out, they're dark green and small and tender and small, and they're about yay big. And what's nice at that size is they have a good texture, but the seasoning doesn't stick to it very well. So what you want to do is, with a fork, scratch up the surfaces of the prickly pear pad and let it ooze a little bit, and then sprinkle on the seasoning to give it something to stick to, and then put it in the oven or dehydrate it. Or you get it a little bit older, where you can then very carefully remove the outer skin and sprinkle it on and dehydrate that. And that's the best stage, where it's just starting to transition for, kind of like the late adolescence is transitioning from the soft green new pad into the older mature pad. So, like late June, before the 4th of July. Then after the 4th of July, at that point, it's going to be pretty big, and you got to take the skin off, because at that point the skin is too hard, and also the fibers will be running through it, and you got to take those out. At that point, it's a very slimy mass, and it can be jerkied at that point, but it takes a long time to dehydrate it. And then when you start chewing in it, the mucilage starts to rehydrate and get a little slimy. At that point, putting it in a smoothie is a better choice. Let's see. Nicole, your prickly pear is in full sun, as full sun as it gets, but mine has only been in the spot for 5 years. Usually 3 is enough. I'm wondering if there's a hybrid. I need to look into this someday. Huh. Kimberlyn, okay, so the mysterious Hot Pocket incident, I had been craving them. Apparently there's a Hot Pocket shortage and the shelves are empty, at least in the Midland grocery stores. I'm not surprised. The supply chain is a mess right now. There's even the companies that can make the food, they're still running. They're making the food, but the companies that make the boxes and the ink and print the boxes and make the adhesive that seals them, and all those, a lot of them are still shut down. Yeah, so there's a lot of supply chain issues, and until people start going back to work, we're going to continue to have them. Oh, okay, it's not 8 o'clock. Don't worry, it is 7:50. It is time for the group take. Yay! Let's get healthy. All right. So the liver pill, medicine man, the liver pill. Focus. There we go. Cleanse, support, detoxify, protect. Got to keep that liver working strong. Come on. So this is a 4-1, especially after this weekend. The liver. The immune pill. Dun, dun, dun. Focus. Let's see, can I get it focused on that face? Arg. So, support, maintain, prepare, fight. Got to keep that immune system doing what the immune system does. And this is the 3-1. And like I said, from a flavor-wise, this has my best or my favorite flavor, but they all are good. And then finally, the brain pill. Focus. There we go. So the memory, focus, mental clarity, attention. And 3 of that. Oops, back in there. I'm going to need my brain today. I have to do a bunch of promotional material for Medicine Man. Oh, Melanie. Okay, I'm making some hard-boiled eggs in the air fryer right now. Cool. Justin, does olive oil lemon cleanse really work for the liver? I don't know why it would. Mentally running through the chemistry of olive oil and lemon, there's nothing in there specifically that would speed up the action into the liver. There's no diuretic in there. The main thing is there are some strong antioxidants, so that might help, general health, but I'm not familiar of them having a targeted effect on the liver. Hey, Catherine, good morning. Can you say good morning to C4, who is listening with me? Hey, good morning, C4. Your mom is cool. Welcome to the tribe. We cherish you. And anyone called C4 is a friend of mine. Denver, do I chew the capsules? No, when I first got them, just to see what would happen if they were chewed, I did chew them because I found that people will do all sorts of unique things with them. And so I tried to keep the flavors also where if you did chew them or decided to open them up and sprinkle them on something like that, it would, not be offensive. For the most part, I've succeeded. The ones that are out there right now, yeah, they actually all taste good that way. But generally, you just swallow them down. Oh. Remember, Deanna is a pill wuss and pours it in her yogurt smoothies. Hey, that's a great way of doing it. A yogurt smoothie? Heck yeah. Jennifer, I always heard you can't fix stupid, but the brain pill has fixed my stupid. That's good to hear. Well, I'm assuming you are already smart, but you're even smarter. Okay, Bonnie, do diuretics help the liver? So remember, the liver, when it breaks stuff down, it's taking the bad stuff and the stuff the body has to get rid of and converts it into water-soluble things and sends them down to the kidney to be, leave the body through urine. So diuretics, they indirectly, help the liver in that they speed up the final process of the waste disposal system. So they help get it out of there. So the more quickly you empty your kidneys and your bladder, the more quickly the liver can send the next load there. And one of the nice things about that then is the toxic compounds aren't hanging in the liver, they're just getting passed through. So it speeds up the overall waste removal, which has benefits for the liver. I saute the prickly pear pads. They make tart, tangy sides that yummy. They look like green beans, but better. Yep, that's why the green bean casserole using young sliced prickly pear pads is good. Ooh, yeah. Gallbladder into painful effluent that had gallstones. Gallstones are, I've never had them from what I've heard. Any of the stones, yikes. Hey, C4, a lot of people are wishing you good morning. Kathleen, good morning, C4. I hope, hear you have an explosive personality. And then right behind her, Melanie, does C4 have an explosive personality? And great minds think alike. Hey, good morning, Johnny. Catherine responds, oh, he is a personality. Cool. Keep at it, kid. Keep at it. Someday you'll be sitting in your kitchen talking to people. What time is it? Okay. Yeah, Melanie and Kathleen, you two definitely need to get together. All right. Yeah. Not surprisingly, the tribe concurs that gallstones and kidney stones and any of the stones really are not fun at all. Not surprised there at all. Woo! All right. Monday. This is, I don't know why. I'm just feeling good about this week. Is Leslie isn't here. So tomorrow at 1:00, I'm doing a live interview for a Houston What's Happening sort of organization. I need to get that interview information and post it so you can all see me talking live because hey, but 7.5 hours a week I do live may not be enough for you. So there's that, and then tomorrow evening, Tuesday evening, I'm doing a special Zoom conference call on the alpine herbs of Chartreuse for the importers of Chartreuse. And if you don't know Chartreuse, actually, if you don't know Chartreuse, you're missing out. Do I have? Okay. Okay, wow. I'm out of Chartreuse. That can't be right. I must have hit it. Or Mrs. Weather might have hidden it. Anyway, okay. So yeah, Chartreuse. The Chartreuse thing won't be publicly available, but the others will be. Whew. Okay. More coffee. So, yeah. Oops, where'd it go? Yeah. Kathleen. All right, there it is. Okay, Jennifer, will there be a kidney stone pill soon? Yes. One of the next 4. Something on my tongue there. One of the next 4 products that we come out with after, we have right now we have the brain, the liver, the memory. Well, sorry, the brain, the liver, the immune, the libido, and then also the blood pressure. The blood pressure will be out probably in November. And then after that, we got 4 more things coming out in addition to those. And one of them will be a kidney stone pill that is taken daily. And the kidney stone pill is very important to my boss because he has an issue with kidney stones. He gets them like every 2 years or so. Okay, Bonnie, what is Chartreuse? Chartreuse is a liquor made by the Trappist monks, Carthusian monks up in the Alpine of France. It goes back, I believe, to the 1600s and has been for sale since the 1700s. It has 130 different secret herbs in it. Only 2 monks know the full recipe. It's kind of like the Kentucky Fried Chicken sort of thing, but in this case, 130 different herbs in different concentrations. The original recipe was supposedly given to a monk as the elixir of long life, but it's very potent and has a very unique flavor, very unique color. Really, where is it? We got too much stuff up here. Okay. I was looking in the wrong liquor cabinet. So, Chartreuse from 1605. So, Chartreuse is made only by Carthusian monks of La Grande Chartreuse near Grenoble, France. Chartreuse today is still made from 130 alpine herbs according to an ancient 1605 formula. The secret method of preparation is shared by 3 Cartesian brothers and is protected by vows of silence. Chartreuse is sold in America as green or yellow liqueur, the latter being sweeter and milder. Each type is also available in the rare VEP, the only liquor to have a color named after it. Chartreuse is also famous for the flavor and fragrance, totally unexpected, remarkable, beguiling, unique in all the world. Chartreuse is most popular mixed with tonic or soda in a tall glass with ice, accented by a slice of lemon or lime, but can be enjoyed on the rocks. And it has the holy hand grenade on it. So, okay. Yeah, speaking of libido pill, did you say that would help with workouts? I definitely don't need more libido, but a different kind of workout booster might be helpful. Yeah. So a big part of the libido pill is the particular herbs in there, along with supposedly, reportedly, scientific studies say increase the feelings of friskiness. It also actually increases the strength and endurance during physically demanding actions. So it helps the liver flush out waste products, especially from the muscles, and also increases overall blood flow everywhere. And so you're getting rid of the fatigue chemicals and bringing in more oxygen and glucose to the muscles. Okay, it is after 8. I got lots to do. So happy Monday. Good to see you. I missed you over the weekend. I was, as I was cooking my onion and mushroom toffee, I was thinking, the tribe's going to like this. So anyway, have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. I may see some of you multiple times tomorrow. I'll throw up a link to where the interview will be. It's tomorrow at 1. And you can check it out there. Okay. Have a great one. Miss you. Glad you're back. And I need a little more coffee, and it's time to get to work. All right, everyone. Much love. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. I'll talk to you later. Enjoy the ducks and the geese.